enemy lines.
Well, good day, Dragons fans. I'm Big T. This is Beyond Enemy Lines. We did have Blaze lined up, but apparently Blaze is in India at the moment. So whether he can't get the internet or anything. So we'll see if he turns on. See if he turns up anyway. Just run through the Titans team. Jalen de Groot is at the back. Isn't de Groot the name of that soldier that rode up on the horse on the Harbour Bridge and cut the ribbon when they're doing the opening ceremony in front of New South Wales Premier Jack Lang? Well, anyway, he was his name, de Groot. Francis and Fafita on the wings. Kelly and Sammy in the centres. Brimson and Campbell are the halves of 5'8". Fonawake, Verrills and Campbell Gillard. Payne Haas' little brother, Ben Fermor, and Chris Randall in place of Tino. Howe, Fafita, Jolliffe, and the young bloke, Brock Gray on the bench. I was going to ask Blaze about Brock Gray. He's had 5 games or something in the side. So if Blaze turns up, we'll ask him about it. Weaver is the 80th man. Alec Winky, Mulaney, Simpkins, and Fitzgibbon are on the extended bench. Well, anyway, we're going to talk to Blaze and the guy from the Titans crowd. He's the guy with the drum. Plays the drum all the time. He's in India. So I was just going to ask him, Jess. I was just going to ask him a couple of questions.
Yep.
I was going to ask him, do you think Titans fans would be happy? Well, they're 2-2 with the bye. 8th spot. Would they be happy at the start, considering they were 0-6 last year?
Well, this is how I think they've improved. I know they were disappointing against the Dolphins last week, but they've got a new look spine. Like they started the year with Keanu Kenny. Unfortunately, went down with a foot injury, I think it was. But he looked explosive to start the year. Scoop, let me speak. Yeah, Brimson and Campbell. Like it's sort of the Melbourne Storm model where they've got 3 fullbacks and a hooker. They've had JJ Brimson and Jaden Campbell. Jaden Campbell's looking good to start his time in the number 7 jersey, and Sam Verrills a very handy 9, who's had previous experience at the Roosters. So yeah, they've been pretty good. Tino's been like a new recruit, missed it all last year with the ACL injury, but yeah, he's been like a new recruit. And yeah, but he won't be playing this week, thank God for the Dragons. Right.
But take that one off. Yeah. I'm just going to talk about their halves now, Liam.
Yep.
Brimson and Campbell. They lost 4 early on. Like he went at the start of the year. Do you think Campbell and AJ Brimson are the fit for their halves of 5'8"?
I think they are. Big T, they've been impressive for the past few weeks when I've been seeing them play. I don't see Kieran Foran making a way back in unless he comes in to number 14, but I wouldn't be surprised. I'm going to go a little smoky here. I think by looks of it, Kieran Foran's going to get forced into early retirement.
Ooh, throw it into Crow. Crow this early. Wow. Billy, without Tino, Fodawaker and Jolliffe really need to step up at their time on the field. They've also got the young Brock Gray on the bench. It's his 5th game. Are they going to be enough to replace or to fill in for what Tino does for the team?
It would take a lot of, it takes a lot of forwards to do what Tino does. He's pretty rare. He's very key for the Titans. You know, they missed him last year. That was key. They've missed him. They've got what he's got out of him in his best football this season. You know, he's been playing amazing for Titans, I think. And I think it's a huge loss.
All right, yep. And then go back to you, Jess. Without Tino, they've got Chris Randall is in the 13 spot. Chris Randall's a hooker. That's gonna change the way they play. What different way are they going to play? You reckon? Not having Tino there and having Chris Randall in the spot.
Well, Chris Randall's more of a workhorse. He's played a bit of middle forward a little bit before.
Yeah,
he tackles all day, so he is. He will bring some defense. A different sort of play to Tino. Tino's that sort of one that makes the meters, and he's very deadly with his offloads. Chris Randall's more of your course, and I think he'll be more of a link man with players like Brimson and Campbell and balls out of done with that.
Yeah. Well, have you guys got any questions for Blaze? That's my questions done. You got any questions for him, or ask me a question about him, or
what you think of the Titans?
what I think of the Titans? Don't ask me what I think of the Titans. I won't be very nice about that. All right. Well, we may as well go to that time of the night, Jess. We'll see. We've got no Blaze on the. There's the Titans team again. We'll go to this. Hang on, I'll do it. It's all right. I can do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Dragons fans and champions, it's time for a walk down memory lane. We've already gone through the Clive Burkhoff massacre back up in Toowoomba, 54-4 or whatever it was, 54-6. And we've gone through this one. This is the second most win. Oh, actually, we're brought to you by Essence and Light Nature for your home and body. Small batch candles and soaps. They do the markets around the Shoalhaven. Check them out on Facebook. We might be able to post some to you. That's Essence and Light. Okay, we played 31 games against the Titans. Titans have had 11 wins. We've had 20 wins. That's one of our teams we're on top of. 726 points for us, 526 points for the Titans. And we're going back to round 24, Jubilee Oval, Sunday, the 24th of August, 2014, Dragons versus Titans. Adam Debsich and Grant Atkins are our referees. All right, we'll run through the teams. Gerard Beale at the back for the Dragons, Morrison Nightingale, two of our best wingers we've ever had. Dugan and Matty Utai in the centres. Gareth Widdop and Benji Marshall are our halves. Ben Cray, Mitch Rain and Jack DeBell in the front row. Mason Armour, Joel Thompson and Trent Merrin locks the scrum. Paul McGregor is the coach, with Cooper, Frizzell, Matthews and Kyle Stanley on the bench. Titans coached by Neil Henry, Will Zillman, Khalifi Fai-Fai-Law and Anthony Donald wins. Roberts and Takarangi, that's Jimmy the Jet Roberts, by the way. Caesar and Daniel Mortimer are the halves. Bull Bailey, Bo Fallon, and Matt White in the front row. The other Minicello, Paul Carter and Greg Bird is on the bench. Ione, Nelson, Kingston, and Maurice Blair locks the scrum for on the bench for the Titans.
Few ex-Dragons in that Titans team, big team.
Yeah, there are a few ex-Dragons in that Titans team to go through. What's one of there? Yeah, they've got a few ex-Dragons there. So
Dragons Junior.
Fai-Fai-Law, yes. Bull Bailey.
Mark Ione actually played a few games for the Dragons.
Oh, okay. There you go. Look at that bench. You got Kingston, but that's not Kevin Kingston. You got Nelson, but that's not Nelson, a sophomore minor, and it's Maurice Blair. So it's a funny little bench. All right, in the 8th minute, Benji Marshall goes over for a try. 8th minute, Benji Marshall latches onto a Trent Merrin offload over on the post. Untouched he was. Dragons lead 6-0. Then 7 minutes later, Brett Morris scores what was to be the combined 200th try for the Brett and Josh Morris combination. How good's that, eh? 200 tries between Brett and Josh Morris over the years till 2014. Brett Morris actually scored the 300th try between them. Did Josh Morris do anything? Brett Morris now scored the 300th try between them. That was in 2017 against the Melbourne Storm. So congratulations to Brett and Josh. 18th minute, Jason Nightingale Nathan Feen from dummy. Across to Benji, who dumps it out the back like he was playing rugby union. Josh Dugan picks it up, flicks it on to Nightingale. Nightingale over in the corner. Half time. That's half time. Did I tell you it's half time? Half time. Dragons 16. Titans 0. Where are we now? Oh, here we go. 20, just on the 20th minute mark of the second half, Josh Dugan latches onto a crossfield bomb. See, we're doing them back then too. We used to bomb for the other guy. We used to bomb for Josh Dugan. He jumps in the air, flies through the air, like a ballerina he was. Crashes to the ground, scores the try. Dragons 22-0. A bit of Benji magic coming in this one. In this try, Benji went step, dummy, step, dummy, skip, step, dummy, through the gap. They couldn't even touch him. Passes off to Beale. Beale under the post, untouched. Dragons 28-0. In the 59th minute, Joel Thompson, over in the 59th minute, runs from the back. He's running from the back fence. We were 10 metres out from their line. He ran from the back fence. They were not going to stop him. He just crashed over, like he used to always do. He used to always be a great player, Joel Thompson. Barrels through, drill try, defence. 32-0. There's Joel Thompson with his two wives. Well, I don't know whether it's two wives, but why would he have two wives in the family picture? Oh, there you go. Lucky Tomo, eh? Woohoo. Gareth Whittaker kicked 6 from 7. Yeah, kicked 6 from 7. Oh, yeah, the Titans did score late. Anthony Don scored a try, so he's kicked the goal. Full time. Dragons 34. Titans 6. So that was the second highest win against the Titans. Their first one was 54 to 6 up at Clive Berghoff Oval. And that's it. Thank you for joining me for honing me lines and a walk down memory lane. It's been a big T presentation.
Oh,
Brought to you
jeez.
by. Pardon? That's a good picture of me.
Who's that?
It's a great picture of me.
That looks like from
that's
Batman.
one of my best pictures. This has been a big T presentation brought to you by Mad Dragon Podcast and Essendon Light Nature for Everybody. Small Bat Soaps and Candles. And you asked me for a little tea. There's a little tea. The other day you asked me for a little tea. That's back in the UK, 1975. That's me, right there.
Question mark.
Question mark
Were
above his
you a
head.
good boy at school, Big T, were you?
No, I wasn't.
You were
I was a little
rebellious.
boss. Oh, I was recalcitrant. I didn't like authority. But yeah, that's me. Look at that. How beautiful, how handsome a young man was I. If you want me to put you in this picture and remember you from a walk down memory lane, send me your photos. Come on, guys. Have a bit of fun. Even you, Jess, you can send me your photos. Pardon?
Scoop's got a smile on his face. He wants to do it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Send me a picture of you as a little kid in your footy gear. Or anything. Like as a 5-year-old. That was me. I was about 5, 6 back then. And the kid next to me was my best friend. Can't remember his name now, but anyway. And there you go, Mad Dragons Podcast. Walk down memory lane behind me lines. I love you all, baby. And Dragons for life. Back to you, Jess.
Yep. So it is well, as we said earlier in the show, it is a must-win game for the Dragons this week. We want to win every game, but yeah, it was disappointing. A loss to Parramatta last week. It was a very tough loss